Let's see what's going to happen. Holding the ball for a last shot, no doubt. Mid-range jumper for the championship. It's off. Fouled. 0.9 seconds remaining. No timeouts for the Spurs, though, so it's going to be a full court heave or something. A last effort ditch. Rebound. The three will win the game. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another rebuild. Today, we're doing the San Antonio Spurs. As of this recording, which is December 7th, they're sitting at a record of 3-17. They're currently in the midst of a 16-game losing streak. They just have a combination of bad offense and defense, so I look forward to fixing that. One of the main goals I have for this team is obviously a championship, but I also would like to try to set them up for the future as well. One thing I would like to try to attempt is clearing up cap space to use during the 2024 free agency market. Potentially a guy like Kawhi Leonard could be a target. First thing I want to address with this team is Jeremy Sohan at the point guard position. I absolutely do not like that. I think the best thing the Spurs can do is set up Wembanyama with a true point guard. So let's put Sohan at the small forward position at the moment. I don't mind him running a bit of point guard minutes. Definitely not his primary position. So our point guards at the moment will be Tyus Jones and Devontae Graham. Our shooting guards would be Devin Vassell and Malachi Branham. Our small forwards would be Sohan Johnson. Our power forwards will be Victor Wembanyama and Jetty Usman. Our centers at the moment are Zach Collins and Charles Bassey. I don't like Devontae Graham and his $12 million contract. Pair him up with a young guy like Blake Wesley, who has a 2.5-star value. A guy like D'Angelo Russell would be a very interesting player to get on this team. They get a bit of youth, and I also will throw in a bunch of second-round picks and see if the Lakers offer. Oh wow, they okay. I wasn't wow, okay. Genuinely did not expect them to accept that offer without a first-round pick, and they did, getting rid of D'Angelo Russell for a couple of shooters. Tyus Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Victor Wembanyama, Charles Bassey will start, as Russell, Sohan, Collins, Usman, and Branham will come off the bench for now. Let's simulate until December 1st, and I'll see y'all then. All right, so we're sitting at a record of 3-15. Definitely much worse than I thought it would be. All right, so Victor Wembanyama is currently our leading scorer with 17 points per game, and he is averaging that on 40, 28, and 75 shooting splits. One of the biggest issues with Victor Wembanyama is that he's currently taking 200 three-point attempts, which is terrible. Anyway, Keldon Johnson is second. D'Angelo Russell off the bench has been averaging 15 points per game. I do want to test out D'Angelo Russell's value. He's making $17 million and he has a player option. I would like to pair that up with Zach Collins, who has been very upset about the current situation. He's heated. So let's pair them up together. 3-star and 2.5-star value there. So this is what I got right now. I would like to see if I could get a, let's see if this is accepted. Wow, okay, they accept it. So this is what the rotation is looking like after the Jalen Brunson trade. Charles Bassey has been really good for me as a starting center. He's doing exactly what I want him to do, which is 7 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 1.4 blocks on really efficient shooting. A guy like Naz Reid would be amazing, honestly. If we could acquire him, that would be amazing. Let's see if the Minnesota Timberwolves will accept, and they do. But it is the last game of the season, and unfortunately, we will not make the play-in tournament. We end the season with a window. Luka Doncic is MVP. Victor Wembanyama gets Rookie of the Year. His efficiency did go on a nice little rise, 43, 33, and 79. Russell Westbrook is Sixth Man of the Year. Giannis is Defensive Player of the Year. Christian Brown gets Most Improved Player of the Year. And Clutch Player of the Year goes to Luka Doncic. This is all NBA first, second, and third. As you can see, Victor Wembanyama actually got into the All-NBA third as a rookie. All defensive first and all defensive second. Victor Wembanyama gets in there as well with 2.6 blocks and almost 1 steal per game. also 10 rebounds. Obviously, he made it to the All-Rookie First Team, winning the award. And this is what the rest of the rookie teams look like. Let's simulate the playoffs and see who is crowned the NBA champions. Memphis and Chicago will face off in the NBA Finals as Ja Morant and Zach LaVine share conference MVPs. Okay, I would like to check out Chicago's starting five. Wow, I am a bit shocked. They're dealing with a couple injuries. Nikola Vucevic is out for the season with a pulled muscle, and somehow, some way, they make it all the way to the NBA Finals. Seems to be a big blowout in the favor of Memphis, although it's a very close game. And wow, Memphis are crowned NBA champions. Ja Morant, Finals MVP. Congratulations. This is the most important part of the rebuild. And we fall down to 3. That's all right. OKC climbs up to 1. Boston gets the 2nd overall pick as we get the 3rd. That's all right. That's good. Let's look at player combines. I do want to see what kind of players are available here. And this is what the 3rd overall pick could get us right now. Fred Bender, a guy that is projected to be a solid offensive option, although not so great on defense. There's a big man that averaged 4.4 blocks per game, although not very efficiently. Here's a solid wing all around. His name is Lawrence Manning, a 79 overall, 6'9", small forward shooting guard, 23, 8, 3, 3, 3, on pretty solid efficiency as well. I do want to see what I could get for the 3rd overall pick and pair him up with a guy like Cedi Osman. Jaylen Brown. Unfortunately, the contracts don't match up, and there's really nobody I want to trade for his contract, so I keep looking. A guy like Lauri Markkanen would be very interesting on the San Antonio Spurs, although 3rd overall pick is a bit of a heavy price for him. So let's actually get the 12th overall pick with him as well. And yes, we trade up for Lauri Markkanen. Nice. We also get the 12th overall pick with him. Louis Kelly is not bad, although he's not really a good 3-point shooter. He could be a solid option off the bench. Already is a very decent perimeter defender, while also being a solid all-around player. I think I'll just take the most versatile option here and take Lou Kelly with the 12th pick. Is a obvious steal according to the analysts, and he should have been off the board apparently 10 picks ago. Let's give Andre Drummond a 2-year contract for $6 million. Victor Wembanyama is now 90 overall. Devin Vassell is an 83. Sohan is now an 82. Jumps up by 5 overall points. A bunch of drops here for the G League guys that I picked up, unfortunately. This is what the starting five looks like. Jalen Brunson, Devin Vassell, Lauri Markkanen, Victor Wembanyama, and Andre Drummond. Sohan, Keldon Johnson, Naz Reid, Malachi Branham, and Tyus Jones will find themselves off the bench. I'll also put Lou Kelly in the G League, so rather than getting 0 minutes and DNPs, he could actually get some minutes and develop in the G League. All right, let's simulate a couple weeks and see where we end up. All right, towards the end of November, we're sitting at a record of 12-3, so I'm just going to keep the rotation the way it is and continue simulating until midway through December, and maybe we'll see if there's any trades available. It is the middle of January, and we're sitting at a record of 30-11. That puts us in the 1st seed. Our point guards are Jalen Brunson and Trey Jones. Our shooting guards are Devin Vassell and Malachi Branham. Our small forwards are Lauri Markkanen, Jeremy Sohan, and also Keldon Johnson. Our power forwards are Victor Wembanyama. And our centers are Naz Reid, Andre Drummond, and also Charles Bassey. Potentially trading away Charles Bassey and a couple 1st-round picks for a small upgrade at the center position. A guy like Alfred Sengun is very good for us because he's only getting paid $5 million. All right, so this is what my starting lineup looks like. Jalen Brunson, Devin Vassell, Lauri Markkanen, Victor Wembanyama, Alfred Sengun. Off the bench, I have Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, Naz Reid, Andre Drummond, and Malachi Branham. That actually pushes Trey Jones off the rotation, so let's just make sure we run an 11-man rotation. I don't understand why Greg Popovich keeps on wanting to start Keldon Johnson over Lauri Markkanen. All right, so this is the last game of the season. Before we go on and finish the season, I do want to look at player statistics. Leading scorer was again Victor Wembanyama, although with much better efficiency this time. So it's a very all-around team, as you can see, a lot of double-digit scorers. Now we're at the last game of the season. Let's simulate. And a win against the Sacramento Kings puts us at 57 wins. Nikola Jokic is MVP. Precious Achiuwa is Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Ausar Thompson, Year 2. Jaden Ivey is Most Improved, Year 3. This is exactly like the last video. Zach LaVine is Clutch Player of the Year in Chicago. And JB Bickerstaff and all those guys in Cleveland get the award there. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. Victor Wembanyama does make All-Defensive first team. We actually finished with the second seed, so let's see who we're going to play. The Lakers win the 7th seed, so we're going to face off against the Los Angeles Lakers. No doubt a very tough matchup, although they're looking a bit lacking in the point guard and small forward department. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Austin Reeves are their big three. And their bench is also not very impressive. They got our former players like Blake Wesley and also Devontae Graham. Game 1. 30-16 opening. They come back in the second. Still a close game. Still a fairly close game. And unfortunately, they take game 1. Kind of evens each other out, huh? Game 2 is ours. We're going to Los Angeles, the city of angels, to play game 3. That looks like a great blowout there. 133-90. Another game in Los Angeles. Let's just not give them the 2-2. Our offense just seems to be really great. A really close game, and Los Angeles ties it up at 2-2. 36-20 opening. We seem to have a really solid opening at 31-9 second quarter and a huge blowout, 116-78, a 3-2 lead going back to Los Angeles. Okay, a fairly close game and a 42-32 quarter. All right, wow, a close, narrow win. We face off against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is what the Pelicans are looking like. They got OG Anunoby off the bench, a rookie big man, the number 18 overall pick. This was actually a guy that I was considering picking with the 12th pick. They got Russell Westbrook off the bench, although he's having a very rough stretch, only shooting 9% from 3 at the moment. A solid fourth quarter for us. Oh, and we lose in the fourth. Oh, unfortunately. All right. That's all right. That's all right. Game 2 in San Antonio. A very close opening. Oh, a big second quarter for them. And another loss by 10 points. And win now. Ooh, my changes seem to be working perfectly as we win by 22 points in New Orleans. Hopefully we can tie it up at 2-2. As long as they don't come back, and they don't, and we win. Tied up at 2-2 going back to San Antonio. We can just take the 3-2 here. No need for extra unnecessary pressure. And another win, 30-point blowout. That fourth quarter was amazing for us. And this is hopefully the last game of this series. Let's see. Ooh, another blowout. A 43-19 third quarter puts us up ahead. Oh, and we win by lots of numbers. Nice. We're going to be awaiting the Memphis Grizzlies, the champions of last year. So this is what the Memphis Grizzlies are looking like right now. They have improved their depth, and wow, it is absolutely scary depth. Ooh, a 41-23 second quarter puts us up by a lot, and a blowout game 1 going back to Memphis. Ooh, it's a close game to start off at 10. Okay, it's still fairly close. Okay, we take the 2-0 going back to San Antonio. This is great. All right. It's still close. All right, all right. They're holding on to a lead and okay. There's no need for unnecessary pressure. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. All right, it's close, and now no, it's not close anymore. All right, we take the 3-1 lead, and let's hope just to finish the series. There's no need to play extra games. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to wait for us in the NBA Finals. A very close game. Close game. We're jumping in with 145 remaining. It's Andre Drummond. He's going to give it up to somebody. Let's see who. Jalen Brunson gets the ball with 144 remaining in this game, guarded by Ja Morant. He goes all the way inside and misses the layup. It's not a lot of bodies in that paint. Ja Morant tries to go up for the layup. It's no good. Johnson with a good contest under the paint. Johnson, he's guarded. Gives it up to Brunson. We're in Memphis. Brunson, the three-point shot, wide open. He misses the three ball. Bane with the rebound. Desmond guarded by Lauri Markkanen gives it up to Harris. The mid-range jumper, good. Is Brunson bringing it up the floor. He's back on a Texas team. And oh, he gets it knocked over. He puts it up over, and it's good. I wasn't sure who that was. I think that was Brandon Clark. He just put that over. Okay, he ties up the game there. Morant cuts inside. Drummond tries to contest. Yeah, nice little posterized dunk there. 24 points to Ja Morant. Brunson dancing. Passes it out to Lauri Markkanen and a very contested mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound Memphis. Harris bringing it up the ball. Harris guarded by Naz Reid. A post move gets Morant wide open in that paint. A late contest. No good. Drummond with the rebound. He gives it up to Markkanen. He's in the post. Brunson cuts inside. Mid-range jumper, floater, thing, good, yes, let's go. 118 ties up the game with 10.9 seconds remaining in this game. The Spurs are up 3-1, and I would like the Spurs to close out this series. There's no reason to stretch out the series. Wembanyama finally subs into the game with 10 seconds remaining. He didn't play the whole of this little thing I was in. Morant in the clutch, a floater, good! He takes the lead with 1-4 remaining. Oh my God, he goes inside and just finishes. 1.4 seconds to potentially put up a shot that could go to overtime or potentially even win it. A logo shot from Vassell, rims in and out, and Memphis is now down by 3-2. A nice third quarter run. And it's still close. And Wembanyama is conference MVP. And Darius Garland is Eastern Conference MVP. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Max Strus, Gordon Hayward. All right, they're looking like their regular self. Although in 2K, their regular self is a bunch of 90s and a bunch of solid role players. Although they're very top heavy and not many role players, their best player off the bench is a 79 Karis LeVert. All right, it's a very back and forth game after a 33-19 run. Ooh, and we take game one. It was 111 to 106. Wembanyama had a very solid game. 0 turnovers in the first final game of his career. A solid second quarter for them. Still pretty fairly reachable. No, it's not no more. 37-25 final quarter run to put us by 24. Brunson led us in scoring here. Game, I guess. Cleveland starts off with 25-17 opening. We come back in the second. Take a big quarter lead there. And nice win there. We take the 3-1 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. 16 seconds remaining. It's a 1-point Cleveland lead. Spurs have a chance to win the NBA championship here or potentially go home and recoup and go back. Let's see what's going to happen. Markkanen holding the ball for a last shot, no doubt. Mid-range jumper for Markkanen for the championship. It's off. Cleveland fouled. Mobley will go to the line for 2 free throws. 0.9 seconds remaining. No timeouts for the Spurs, though, so it's going to be a full court heave or something. A last effort ditch. Wembanyama rebound. The three will win the game. Oh, imagine losing the NBA championship with a full court heave. That would have been nuts. We're going to San Antonio for a game 6. Oh, what a run. A 33-15 run to push game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Game 7. Seems to be a very fairly close game. It's a 10-point game. And yes, it's out of reach. 21 seconds remaining. Oh man, they gave me a heart attack, the Spurs did, yes. Spurs are back on top. Yes. 5 seconds remaining. They're just going to hold ball. It seems like, nope. Donovan Mitchell shots it up anyway. No good. And San Antonio is NBA champions for the first time since 2014. Well, they haven't been here in a while, and they do it. Karis LeVert jumping up and down with San Antonio, a sleeper agent. I don't understand this. 2K is so broken, man. Isaac Okoro holding the finals trophy for some reason. I guess he's just going to pass it on to Jalen Brunson. There we go. I wonder who the finals MVP is going to be. Wemby is so tall that he's out of frame. And the Spurs win the championship once again. And the finals MVP was no doubt Victor Wembanyama. I'll catch y'all later, and peace.